Said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Will kick it away to start us off. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. They'll try it over the left side. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Really nice run there. Now, listen, you know, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. To the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Back to pass on 2nd down. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Great job by the linebacker understanding what to do in zone coverage. I drop, I take my steps. When that quarterback's feet get set, my feet get set. I break on the football. Nice break. Way to go break that up and swat it down.
3rd down and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the change impossible. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
And some room to work. Breaks into the open. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
And he makes the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Caught in the backfield, it's Foster. And this one will be stopped for no gain. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. At the 45 on its way. And they exploited that soft spot. They get it down to the 35.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's Kane. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
It's very early in the college football season, but this coaching staff has to be very pleased by what they've seen from their quarterback. He's making real good decisions, and he's been accurate. That was his 100th completion early this year.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
The Cornhuskers getting set on 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Pulls and fires complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
From the shotgun, the inside give.
This guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he puts through the extra point. They put together an 81-yard drive, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone.
Just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Paul.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. They'll try the toss to the left. Oh, better look out. There he goes. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
And this is a really good job of getting on the perimeter so quickly. When you run these tosses, you get away from the big boys. And when you got speed in the backfield, let them do the rest, right? Flip it to them, let them get outside, let them run the football, make a big gain. When you got speed at the running back spot, you definitely want to toss it to them and get them on the perimeter.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. They'll run it. Runs through a tackle. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Shabera. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. Time to take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
It's been a tale of two drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow. Allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up one first down, but really nice job there on that third down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the air on first down. Quickly complete. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They have set the tone in this one already inside a minute to play in a wild first quarter. Gonna swing it on second down. Steps away to find some room. Zips it out to his man. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Foster. He's knocked out of bounds at the 42. Solid pickup on that one.
Not the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
They're dealing with a second and long. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
To the ground to try to move the chains. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
This would have been a massive field goal try from 55 yards out. Instead, they'll go for it and try to convert on 4th down. Grab near the sticks. It's Kane. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6.
Let's go.
Back to pass. Caught. Close to the marker. It's Davis. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Curl route seems simple, but when you time it like that so it's right on him, man, that's a tough play to stop.
And give the receiver a lot of credit, too, because he knew where the sticks were. He got his depth on the route, and then he came back to the football. All young receivers can learn from this guy right here. Come back to the ball and help your quarterback out.
You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and then throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball in the backfield.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
And the Huskers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Michigan found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage maize and blue football. Those folks in the big house won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. Big implications today and a notable result as one team trends upward and the other has some work to do.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Got room to work. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Snagged in the middle. It's Henry. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
It's a really nice-looking throw. This dude is a weapon in this offense at the quarterback position. It's so funny. You know, I think back to guys like Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron, guys that may or may not have unfairly been tabbed as game managers, and then you think of Jalen Hurts, Tua, and Bryce Young in recent years, and just how dynamic and versatile these guys were at the position and how they've really helped take...
Lots of room to run. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Running to the left. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Sends it back in motion. Snap to the back. Got enough space. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama!
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Release to the back. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Trying to take it back. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown tie. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got the quick pass. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. The Huskers are in the hurry-up. Offense changing the play. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Turning it on! An explosive run, and he gets it all the way up to the 50-yard line before going out of bounds.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Here we go.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Pressure coming. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
That's caught. It's Kane. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Cornhuskers will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got his hand. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
Gets it out quickly. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
And the Huskers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving.
Here we go.
Wants to throw on 3rd. Caught near the sticks. It's Cade. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Touchdown, Husker! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the 1st half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll start the return inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Snap to the back. It'll fall incomplete. A little creativity on 1st down, but it doesn't work. It'll be 2nd down.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He lets one fly deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
It's a nice job by the receiver working past the sticks. Looked like it was going to be a 1st down by the offense, but how about the physical play knocking that ball loose?
Kick is in the air. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Complete to the right. They'll immediately call timeout. Took just one play, and they got it almost to midfield. First down from the 49. To the air on first down. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things.
Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
Looking downfield on first down. Finds his tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
He sends two wideouts right, two to the left on 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Kane. Touchdown, Nebraska! They take the lead with the 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Now they'll run it on the toss. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Oh, out of space. At the 20. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. Tulsa found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage Golden Hurricanes football. Those folks in Chapman Stadium won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. Always fun to see two of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And he fired a bullet in, but it's incomplete. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. He wants to change this route. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Right on target this time. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And you got man-to-man coverage. You're running that curl route. That ball has to come out. You know you're going to get hit. Like, you know you stopped your route. He's going to be right there. But he does a great job securing the catch, getting the 1st down.
Trying to move them on the counter.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Huskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
The Cornhuskers are moving quickly down the field. The run from the shotgun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
On the option. He'll pitch it. Breaks into the open. Powers through. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. And the Huskers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He breaks a tackle. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
The give from the gun. Bust through behind his pad. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles. Man, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there. And just a really good job breaking the tackle, continuing to keep the play alive, and never quit.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the 1st without scoring. Someone moved a little early and the offense will go backward. So the decision has been made and the coach will take the penalty. A tough 3rd down spot here. Field is condensed. Ball is at the 10-yard line. Quarterback will keep it. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains.
Here we go, here we go.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Quick strike through the air for the score. If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. They'll leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
The play action fake. Moving out of the pocket. Fires on the move. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Great place to start for this offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the right. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
The Huskers have it with a 1st and goal. They run the reverse. Going for the goal line. Touchdown, Husker! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, the defense is going to be kicking themselves for that. They knew coming into this game they had to stop this wide receiver, and it wasn't just going to be catching the football. They knew they might see him in the run game as well. Really good timing on the reverse call there. Down in the red zone, the defense just not able to catch up and make a tackle.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll try the run. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
This guy is special, and Alabama's had a lot of them. Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Jerry Jeudy, who could make a huge play at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, big plays down the field, you get it to him, you know it could be a home run anytime he touches it. When you start mentioning those names, it just shows you the explosive nature. Everybody you mentioned, you know they can run right by you and hit those home runs, and so far, he's making some big plays in this ballgame.
Looking to throw on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Hauls it in. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Gets the back moving. They'll try to get the edge on the left. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Fires it. And they're not on the same page there. Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moves to change impossible. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. Breaks the tackle. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And the most important thing is the clock ticking for this defense, but you get a stop right here on fourth down, and this ball game is over. So one big stop, and you end this thing.
Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. And because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving the stadium with it.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
And I like what this offense did. They run the option. They're good at it. They read it. They run the pitch. They get some positive yards. But more importantly, they set up a fourth and really short. They're successful in these situations most of the time.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Cornhuskers will call on their punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They're going to throw it to start the drive. That's caught. It's Henry. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key.
A good start by this offense. Something positive on the first play. The drive is good. Listen, the hill is large. Right? Like this, we need 2 scores. We got to have 2 touchdowns to get back in this game. We got to be aggressive. We got to take shots, but obviously not put the football at risk.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
You got to love what you've seen from the defense in this game, too. They knew coming into this one against this quarterback, being as talented as he is, they were going to have to be really good in coverage on the back end, and that's been the case all game long. They have never let it be easy for this quarterback.
Under fire. Working on the right. He's close to the first down, and they're going to mark him just a little short. Alabama quickly back to the line. A designed run for the quarterback. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
And that's kind of crazy. I didn't think that would happen coming into this football game. I didn't think we'd get in the fourth quarter and just call his name. This offense, man, he is a big play, dynamic weapon. They got to continue to get him the ball more because he can make enormous plays for your offense.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw again. They're working that left side. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to get it through the air. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Bama! A great catch and run for 6. Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now. I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this will be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
And the Huskers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on 2nd down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
The Huskers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on third down. Wide open downfield. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42.
Base 27 jump. Base 27 jump.
On the move. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Davis. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
22 water. 22 water.
Give to the back. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Military stun.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
And that will be in the final play as the clock strikes 0 here.